Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of September 10 through 23, 2024. This is reading if you are Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, or have another significant Virgo placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. I do a full horoscope spread, 12 cards based on the 12 houses of astrology, plus extra in the middle. And this week I am going to be interpreting the cards using the Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck, and also the Clarifying with the Mythic Tarot by Juliet Sharman Burke. Our extra oracle card pull will be from the Gateway Oracle this week by Denise Lynn. And if you want to know more about the kind of work that I do, and also about my Instagram, where I actually have a live stream daily for the most part, where I do something called Morning Coffee with Breege, and I do a daily tarot reading there. You can definitely check out my links in the description box below for both social media and for my website. I also do channelings of Archangel Azrael. I do Rahani healing, and I do astrology, human design, and other things in addition to tarot. So so definitely want to check that out. The kind of things that I do there. Okay, so let's just start into your reading here. Okay, mentally, okay, you're protecting yourself a lot, Virgo. I'm just going to look at the center right off because you have Sept right in the center. And Sept is anxiety. It's a bringer of storms. Now, you have this with Anubis. So Anubis sometimes could be connected to travel, but I feel more like it's you trying to set boundaries, like you're looking for a protected kind of a space. We have it with the Hanged Man and the Eight of Swords. So there's definitely a sense here of you're kind of mentally tied up in knots with the Eight of Swords. You're kind of thinking yourself into a corner, and Hanged Man is saying you need to take a broader perspective on something. Anubis can also indicate the need to learn to laugh at something and to have a bit of a sense of humor. So it feels to me like you have been very, very serious and maybe feeling very, very stuck lately about a lot of things. The fact that it's in the center of your reading means it kind of touches on all areas of life. Now, you are trying to focus on yourself. You do have the Ankh in the first house. So Ankh in the first house is, taking care of, self-love, taking care of doing the things that you want to do, wanting to be able to focus on yourself. And you have it with the Knight of Pentacles. So again, you are an earth sign. So Knight of Pentacles really does fit in with your energy. This is just kind of slowing down, taking things at a slow pace, just a little at a time, not frenetically rushing around. And then just kind of being kind of grounded, slow and steady seems to be where you're the happiest. And that is where you are trying to get yourself to right now. That may be why you're putting up some boundaries. But again, there could be some mental difficulties about this. In your financial house, we have Thoth with the Page of Pentacles. Now, Thoth can sometimes show up when there's legal matters, but there also could just be something. Thoth always has a sense of something that comes up at the right time. So I don't know if there's something that you're trying to do financially, or a move you're trying to make, but there definitely seems to be a sense of timing or doing something at the right time. Page of Pentacles does seem to indicate new ideas or new monies that are coming in, or messages about money. And I don't know if these are legal messages. Again, Thoth has a very strong legal quality. This got to do with health as well. And also just, but overall, I don't feel this is a negative. I feel like this is like some kind of reward or something that's coming in. But whatever it is, it's happening. It's going to be happening at the right time. So I don't know. Yeah, there does seem to be some kind of messages or new beginnings with money. Page of Pentacles in the money house is definitely a very, very positive sign. Okay, there seems to be a reconnection with somebody from the past. We have Water with the Six of Cups. Now, this is the house of siblings, so I don't know if this is reconnecting with a sibling for some of you, if you have siblings, or if this is just a message from somebody you haven't seen in a long time, or maybe a visit from somebody. We're seeing water, so I feel like there's a trip that is connected to water in some way. And in fact, if I look over at your ninth house, you do have air. So for some of you, you are in fact traveling right now, or you're traveling. Really, this is short distance, but I feel like potentially this is a long distance too. Something about water with this other one. Or this also, the fact that we've got cups and water, this could be a very emotional reconnection, or at least just reconnecting with somebody who you feel very, very close to. Now, it's interesting. You have the Two of Swords with air. So this definitely shows travel, or certainly movement and expansion. But Two of Swords indicates kind of a stalemate. There's a truce in a particular situation. Like there's no, it's like a situation where it's not getting any better, but it's also not getting any worse. So there seems to be kind of almost an uneasy tension here when I see the Two of Swords. And it is quite possible that there's going to be some decisions that are made that around this particular trip. Like whatever's coming up from the past, there may be something that you need to make a decision about. In fact, one of the things I noticed right off the bat is you have a lot of decision cards in this deck. In your 10th house, which has to do with your work, your career, but also your legacy, things that you're doing. You have Buckle of Isis with the Two of Wands. So again, there's a decision here about work, about getting to work on something, or about dropping something, about giving it up. There's a lot around loyalty here when we look at the Buckle of Isis. And so there you may be trying to make certain decisions about what belongs in your life, especially if you're trying to focus now on what makes you happy. And the Two of Wands, yeah, this is like you preparing to launch. But again, there's these decisions that need to be made. And you also have the Two of Pentacles in the 12th house of Pisces with Earth. So I feel like a lot of this may be around money. There seems to be a whole lot going on around money. And again, the Two of Pentacles seems like you've been juggling something, like you're multitasking, doing multiple things. And again, with this near the Knight of Pentacles here, you're an Earth sign. I think the thing that you really want is something very grounded. Earth in the Pisces house can also indicate somebody who's more practical minded rather than intuitively focused. Okay, so right now your focus, if you are somebody who's normally intuitive, you may be looking just at the practical, and that may be where your worries and doubts are coming in too. There's a sense of juggling things and how long that juggling can actually go on, because again, there's a strong sense of decision here. I'm seeing in the 11th house, you've got the Five of Pentacles with Hathor. So Five of Pentacles, this has to do with hopes, wishes, and friendships. Hathor is a strong feminine energy. It can actually be your own energy as well. This could be a female who you're involved with. Maybe somebody with Five of Pentacles, maybe it's somebody you feel who's ghosted you or you haven't seen. I don't know if that's the person you're reconnecting with down here. But there's a strong sense here of feeling isolated. Okay. And I don't know, again, I don't know if this is particularly by a particular female friend or if there's, if there's just an influence of a female here that where you feel like, I don't know, maybe there's a sense of hoping for a connection here, maybe that doesn't quite occur in the way that you're expecting it to. And I don't know, this could be part of this trip that you're going on too. Maybe if there was friends you were going to see, maybe you feel like you're left out in the cold a little bit on something. Now the 8th house is interesting. I'm kind of just moving around what grabs my attention in this reading. We have the Lotus card with the World. And the Lotus, Lotus has to do with, again, peaceful continuity. So in terms of change in your life, there's definitely something where maybe there's been some anxiety about changes, and this is telling you not to worry, because the World is saying something is coming to an end. Don't worry, because there is a cycle that is ending now. That's why I think a lot of these decisions are coming about, is because there's a lot of situations here that there is something that is definitely coming to an end here. And what that has to do with, let me just see if I can spot endings somewhere else in here. There is a lack of clarity about either a health situation or just something you've been worried about. I mean, Urias indicates something unexpected, or a situation not being what it appears to be. And with the Seven of Cups, there's definitely a sense that you may not be seeing something very clearly. Or this may be a situation where there's a lot of possibilities and you don't really know what's real and what's not real. But Urias seems to think that whatever you're pegging is real right now, that might not be what the situation is. Now, this can have to do with health. It might be your health. It might be somebody else's. It can also just be about a job for some of you. Maybe something that's unclear about work that you're doing, or just something you're generally worried about. But there's something here where you're feeling like, that you need more information. And right now, the options may not be clear, or there may seem to be too many options with regard to something. So, yeah, I feel like there's a situation here that is definitely not clear, and that may be something that you're worried about right now. Okay, so let's go to the houses of love and love affairs. So people looking for love. Yeah, somebody here may have lost love recently. I mean, we have the Five of Cups here, and then we have Sirius. Maybe somebody with whom there was a strong physical attraction, but now, whatever that is, it seems like it's something that's been mourned or is a bygone situation. The other possibility that comes into my head here is this could be somebody with which there's a physical attraction, but perhaps either you or they are still recovering from a past situation. Because Five of Cups has a lot to do with letting go of the past. And again, I don't know if that has to do with this Six of Cups over here, if this is this person you're connecting with. Sirius can also indicate, I mean, this is a house of sport, so I don't know, that may apply for some people. I don't know if somebody is involved in sport or personal training or something like that. I don't know if that applies for somebody here. It can also indicate a need to think outside the box and to think differently about something. So yeah, there does seem to be something here that's going on. This can also have to do with a child, by the way. The fifth house also has to do with children. So there does just seem to be something. Yeah, you've got this Five of Cups and this Five of Pentacles. Like, I feel like there's something either you regret or that you've been left out in the cold about. It seems like it's connected to a friendship, but it could also be connected to a child. Or a lover. I mean, it really can be any of those things. But there just seems to be something here, and there's a strong female influence here, and it's interesting because you've got Five of Cups with card 15, and 1 plus 5 is 6, and you've got the Five of Pentacles with card 6. So something about 5 and 6, and usually when we think about that numerologically, that has to do with a bigger, greater. The macro situation, the macrocosm influencing the microcosm. So there may be a mini version going on in your life of something that's happening in the bigger picture here. I don't know. It's interesting. Now over here with relationships, with love, marriages, relationships, yeah, we do see a test situation over here with Pyramid, but we do have Ace of Pentacles, so there is a new beginning. Again, there's a strong, certainly a strong vibe of security to this, so there could be some kind of a new start in a relationship or a new relationship, but again, there's this idea of building something up over time. Pyramid could indicate something that has been tested, where there may have been tests, and it does seem like there's going to be a change. It does seem like there's going to be some security, but yeah, but there's something here. There's definitely this idea of something that's going to take some time. I think if any of you have recently broken up with somebody, I think it's saying, yeah, that right now you're still kind of, I mean, you're going to have the strength to get through whatever it is, but, and there is going to be something new, but you do need some time. It's not going to be happening right away. And again, if those of you who are already married, it could just be that maybe there has been a bit of a milestone or a difficult situation, but that does seem like there's going to be a new beginning. It could even be a new job for your spouse or something like that, something, or some kind of a new financial beginning here. In that sense. So we do see this newness around relationship. We see a lot of choices that need to be made in terms of you expanding your horizons, what it is you're doing, what you may be doing with career, or just, what your focus is right now, where you're putting your energy. Some of you definitely are traveling right now. And again, it just seems like there's situations where maybe you're meeting up with past people, but also there's this sense here of a stalemate that needs to be broken, like a decision that may need to be made, or just kind of a tense situation. And I'm wondering if that's what that is, because again, I'm seeing this 5 energy in the 5th and 11th houses, which are the opposite houses. And these have to do with how you're seen. They have to do with your social relations, your recognition. And that's why this is a house of love affairs, and also your children, what the creative house, what you've created. And yeah, it just feels right now like you are feeling, like there's still like past situations, or still this feeling of being left out in the cold with something. So and maybe in particular with there's somebody who's female who seems to be around this situation. I think the one house I didn't mention here is the 4th, and we have fire with the 4 of Wands. So there's definitely this in terms of home and family, like you are passing through some kind of a gateway. Fire indicates burning up the rubbish of a situation, getting rid of what you don't need, being inspired to make certain kind of changes. So these could be within your physical home, or this could be within a family situation. And the 4 of Wands does indicate victory and success in something, but it also indicates again, there's like a gateway element to the 4 of Wands. It's like you're getting ready to move on to the next phase with regard to something. So, so interesting reading that I'm looking at here for you, Virgo. It does right now. I think you are feeling a bit stuck. Mentally, you're not really sure about how to move forward, and what changes you need to make, what you may need to give up here. Okay, you may be protecting yourself a lot. This trip you may be making a trip that is supposed to kind of help with that, but overall you feel like you're besieged by obstacles and anxieties here. And but again, it's calling on you to look at the bigger picture. There's something here that's certainly going to be coming to an end with the World card. And there's a lot of decisions that need to be made here. But I do feel like there's a strong message here to let go of the past, to definitely focus on yourself, and just also kind of just to slow down. There's a lot here. You've got Knight of Pentacles, you've got Earth, you've got Pyramid, you've got Lotus. Like there's a lot of things that are going on right now where it's saying that it's not necessary for you to jump ahead very, very fast. Like there's time for consideration here. So yeah, something is definitely ending, and there does seem like there's some, maybe in connection with a trip, there's some past connections that are being made here. But yeah, but I feel like there's a sense that the past has to be resolved or let go of in some way for you. So let's see. Let's pull a gateway card, see if we can pull some of this together for you and see what that's about. Okay, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Okay, Savoring Pleasure is your card, which is interesting, given everything else, but it may well, that may be why, may well be why it's telling you to focus on what's the best for you, or what nourishes your soul, what makes you feel good. Now, the meaning of this card: you're not meant to solely work hard and be dutiful and diligent. Life should be lived abundantly and fully. Give yourself permission to be happy and experience profound gratification. Embrace pleasure wherever you can and whenever you can. Create personal environments that fill you with deep satisfaction. Cherish your friendships. Love often and deeply. Allow your senses to be satiated. See, hear, taste, touch, and feel the beauty within and around you. Drink well, eat well, and dance into the early morning hours. So yeah, I think there's a lot of strong mental energy here. And there's a lot of, worrying about the past, regret about the past, feeling lonely with regard to certain things. But really it's saying there's a certain cycle that's coming to an end. So I think it's saying focus on yourself for once, Virgo, because I think you have been working very, very hard, and maybe you're feeling very, very overburdened. There does seem like there's some new beginnings coming in, possibly in a relationship or with a partner, something new coming in financially. But certainly at the same time where, beginnings often follow endings, right? So some kind of a phase is ending, and you are now, and yeah, you're going to be faced with some decisions. But again, look at the bigger picture and allow yourself to enjoy life. And for you, that means, slowing down, being practical, grounded, and just enjoying the basic things of life, I think, is the way it is for you. So that's your reading for this 2-week period, Virgo. I hope this reading is helpful. Again, if you did like this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.